Okay, guys, I am super excited for this. Super excited to get started. One of the big things that Nicholas, thanks, mate. Yeah, after a couple of minutes, no idea what happened. Then my entire Be Live crashed. But one of the big things that we go through as email marketers is we're always looking to improve deliverability. And if that comes with a cheaper cost, then we are even happier. Okay, so I'm going to bring on a special guest in a few minutes. And before we do that, since I got my prison card, yeah, thanks, Anne. And before we do that, make sure you share this video, because this is going to help a lot of people. Okay, guys, this is going to help a hell of a lot of people, because trust me, when it comes to deliverability, I'm not an expert. Okay, I send more emails than pretty much anyone I know. I know email marketing, but deliverability is not my strong point. The guy I've got coming on, in fact, I've got my personal guy that I use for one-on-one. So when I'm stuck, I give this guy a call, and I've got the owner of an exciting autoresponder company coming on. So the things we want with an autoresponder are better deliverability. That is always what every single person wants with an email autoresponder. And I know pretty much everyone here would have asked that question. Inside the group, inside my coaching, everyone asks this one question: how do I get better deliverability? We done a poll inside our group. Everyone said they want better deliverability. So the other thing people want is better costs. Okay, so we're going to be answering that today. We're going to be answering the question to do with functionality and usability. Okay, because some of the autoresponders are awesome. Just checking everyone can still hear me. Some of the autoresponders have got, you know, they might have a good price, but their deliverability is poor, or they might have good deliverability, but their functionality is really poor. Okay, so we're going to bring all that together into this one autoresponder that is just been launched. Now, it has been fully tested, guys, so it's not a case of it's going to be here and disappear. It's not going to do that. I know the team very, very well. And I'm going to introduce you. I'm going to let this guy do the talking, because I feel like a complete idiot now after failing for 5 minutes with no sound. But we've still got tons of people on, so make sure you share this video, guys. Make sure you let everyone know. We'll give it a few minutes to let everyone know. Good, we've got 86 people on. So, guys, I'm going to introduce you to the owner of this autoresponder company. It's got millions upon millions of sends under its belt. It has been tested 3 to 4 months. The sport is fantastic. And if you wait right until the end, okay, we're going to give you tons of value on here. There'll be a Q&A, and I'll tell you, I know some people come on here because the deliverability is always an issue. I've got a bonus, which will be my personal guy, the guy I pick up the phone and speak to. I'm going to show you how to get in contact with him. In fact, this guy spoke on my event in December, so some of you may have met this guy, but he does some real funky stuff. Like one of the things he does is he gets the buy now button on the email subject line. Okay, and you've heard me talk about this before, but I'm going to show you how to get access to him right at the end. So without further ado, I am going to hope this works. I'm going to bring Neil. How are you, mate? Might need to move over a little bit.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks. Doing really well.
Awesome. Sorry about the mishap there. That kind of threw me off completely. Normally I get one in the middle somewhere, but never at the start.
I mean, I have to say, I think your audience is pretty attracted to you because they stick around. You know, they were saying that they can't hear you, but they still stuck around. So it's you get a good tribe going there. Yeah,
it's all because, mate, all because I know their kind of pain points, because they're the same as mine. It's always down to deliverability. You always think, am I doing the best? There's never any kind of feedback, is there, to say you're doing the best for deliverability. So this is a big subject for these guys. Can you just let me know, guys, you can hear Neil? Just so I know there's no further sound issues. So embarrassing.
It happens, trust me.
It does, yeah. Just every time. So Neil, give us a little bit of background about you, about the software, and then I'm going to let you roll, mate. I was going to show my own because Wayne is awesome. That means a lot, Lonnie. I'm going to let you take one of the things. I was going to show my own results, but then you said, look, I've got all these results I can show, and yours blown mine out of the water, to be honest. So over to you, mate.
Yeah, I can for sure. And I'm just going to put the Facebook screen away because I'll see myself too much. I don't want to. So here's the thing that, you were talking about the fact that you understand the pain of a lot of these people because their pain is same as yours, which is, driving traffic. For me, email marketing has been that painful subject as well, because for quite a while, for a long time, I was completely dependent on other companies for my inboxing, for my deliverability. I was using someone else's UI as well to send out emails. I mean, I've used all sorts of things. Interspires, I've used Mailviz from, I think it's Code Canyon or Envato, wherever that is now. So I have tried a lot of things under the sun. I have an account with ActiveCampaign, Aweber, GetResponse. I got banned by saying it twice. So that wasn't a fun thing. I mean, I do a lot of internet marketing stuff. So the emails that I send out talk about opportunities like, hey, here's a new thing that we're looking at. We think it's a good fit for you. But there are companies out there that don't like these kind of topics too much because they say, oh, we don't like to talk about make money online or work from home. But the ironic thing is right now everyone's working from home because they have to. So I was joking with our SMTP provider and I said, hey, can we now email about work from home? And he was like, yeah, it's okay as long as your open rates are good, it's fine anyway. So the thing is that for me, just like in your case, I wanted to solve a problem for myself. So with my really capable development team and with some exclusive partnerships, we went out there to bring a platform to market that is not only mature and backed by an 8-figure-a-year company, but also something that is marketing friendly. And those are two oxymorons, as we call it, as in typically big marketing companies like Drip, ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit won't let you do overtly affiliate marketing emails or opportunity-based emails. So we wanted to create a combination whereby we could support people like us, and at the same time, we could provide an exceptional service by providing good deliverability to people. So that's something I want to talk about today. I've got a few points listed out. Is it okay if I go through that and I can also maybe, I think, share my screen with this?
Yeah, you can, mate. That's awesome. So, guys, if you've got any questions, whilst Neil goes through this, could really write down some notes on this because every part of this will help your deliverability. I know the Autoresponder itself has got tools to help, but you need to write down your questions and get them at the end.
Yeah, so I think I started a screen share, but I'm not sure if it actually shows up yet. Oh, yeah, you've taken care of that.
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of myself.
Yeah. Should I get rid of myself as well? Yeah, okay, that's better. Yeah, cool. So here's the thing. I was talking to someone yesterday in our market, and he's a bit of a pain in terms of how he scrutinizes vendors. So he said to me, okay, Neil, you've got this autoresponder platform that's been around for 6 months. Show me your results, because with typical autoresponders, when you sign up to one, you would have noticed like your first month's awesome, and then results tend to go down because the autoresponders get relaxed. They don't really care much about their old users because they've got new ones coming in, and they don't really think much about retention in that case. Our model is quite different. So we are very much quality first. And, for that, if we have to guide people by hand and show them what to do, that's fine. I mean, that's, it costs, there's a human cost to it. Like we have to train people up to guide people like you. But I'm okay with that because it gives me an opportunity to create a platform that is exceptional inboxing compared to a lot of others I've seen. Now, we actually, before I get into showing you my stats, I want to see if I can quickly jump into Facebook and show you a post I made yesterday. And I don't have the best paint skills, by the way, so the post is quite basic, but you'll get the idea. So another marketer, Ryan Phillips, you may know him. He does a lot of product creation for video creators. And he said, hey, Neil, I'm a big fan of ActiveCampaign. They've served me well for 6 years. I don't want to switch. And I was like, fine, I understand. You've got all your automations there. You don't want to switch. But can I just convince you to try us out for a week? Just give us a try. Bring your, divide your list in half, basically. And same email to them, same email to us, via us. Same headline and everything, same, except, of course, you've got randomly half the contacts in one and half in the other. So he did that, and he mailed about 1,046 people here and 1,067 people here. And actually, there's a funny reason for that as well, right? So we had 1,067 he bought 1,070 people in both the lists, but active campaign suppressed 24 of them before that email went out. So active campaign suppressed them because of different issues, soft bounces or whatever. And soft bounces happen quite often if the IP isn't quite up to scratch. So altogether, Ryan had an open rate of about 18.74% people on active campaign, and Mailvio was 26.88%. And this is just one example of many where people have migrated over from other platforms to us to basically see better results in the email marketing. And like I said, there's a good reason for that. I can guarantee you this much. The owner of Active Campaign doesn't mail as much as I do. That's a fact. He doesn't mail as frequently as I do. He doesn't mail as many people as I do. So to me, I have to live and breathe this. I have to live and breathe deliverability. I mean, we actually ended up paying a lot of money to hire a guy who knows as much as I do about deliverability, because of course I can't be everywhere all the time. I've got an 18-month-old. So he brought on this guy as well, who now, with our customers, he does one-on-one calls. So we'll get a customer saying, hey, my open rate was high last month. It's not as high this month. Can I do a call with you to figure out what's up? And we do that for free, right? It was interesting. I was looking at Active Campaign. They do these calls as well, but you have to be on the enterprise plan. You have to pay $1,500 per month and more to basically get this capability. So, in terms of what they can support and what we can support, we can actually support our customers better because we know them more intimately, right? Now, I want to show you my statistics. So the guy who brought it up was, Chris Hitman. You can see his post. He said you can disregard the first 5 results. You have to show me that you're getting better results over time. And I was like, okay, challenge accepted. So I got Chris on a call and I said, Chris, listen, I started back in November. And in November, I used it in October as well a little bit. But in November, I had, let me go back there. Okay. In November, I sent about, just from this account, I sent about 376,000 emails, and I had close to 14% open rate. Close to that, right? Now, let's look at March. And March was a difficult month, by the way. If you're in email marketing, you would have realized that because of the COVID issues, every company was mailing their customers, here's what we're doing about COVID. So inboxes are full, soft bounces were high. So our open rates actually went down a little bit. So, okay, it's going to go, yeah. So from 13.94, they went down a little bit to 13.39. Pretty respectable still in the internet marketing space, where typically you get 8% plus open rate if you're in good standing. So for almost the amount of emails sent, our open rate was a bit lower in this month. But check this out. So I'll show you April. So in the month of April already, and of course we are not quite done yet. In the month of April already, we have sent about 200, I'm waiting for that to show up, 260,000 emails, a bit similar to last month, but our open rate now is 14.83%. So our open rate's actually been going up. So it's a bit like fine wine, it gets better with age. The more we use it, the better it gets. And there's a good reason for that. I can't divulge all proprietary secrets, but we've got a really good CTO who's built 2 things that really balance out the system for everyone. The first thing is, every autoresponder company has pools. What I mean by pools is, there's like, within a pool, there are like many different IPs that they use to host people. Of course, any customer can get their own IP as well. But what they do is they use these pools to host different people. And what he has done is he has found a way, in a very, very smart way, to move people between IPs depending on their performance. So if you are emailing really well, you get moved to a better IP. If you're not emailing as well, maybe you didn't clean your list, maybe you scraped your list from somewhere and you don't have permission, your open rates are going to be low, spam rates are going to be high, so you get moved down into a lower IP. So what that does is that keeps the system fair. As always, good users get better results and bad users eventually get pushed out, which is how it must be, right? Let's say if you live in an equal society and, someone's working really hard, someone's just lazy, they're trying to commit crime. Obviously, you don't want someone who's trying to commit crime to get the same benefits as someone who's working really hard. So the pool system that we have is based on that idea that you get moved to where you should be. No, that's okay. You're like, yeah, Neil, you know what? That makes sense to me. Every company does that, or every company does that in some way. But here's what they don't do. So I don't know if you know this. This is like, when it comes to deliverability, ISPs such as Google or Yahoo or AOL, what they hate the most is the unpredictability, right? So let's say if, for example, you send out 10,000 emails today, and then tomorrow you send 20,000, then you send 5,000, then you send 25,000. Google would absolutely hate you for this, and they will start putting your emails in promotions, worst case scenario, even in spam, because there is no order to this. So for us, what we do for our customers is we not only advise them, as we do, not only do we do one-on-one calls, but we also maintain quantities on these IPs. Okay, so when Google's looking at this, it's not just looking at you, but it's looking at the IP as well. What volume is the IP sending every single day? So what we do is, let's say we have multiple IPs. Again, I can't reveal how many we have, but we have many. So if, let's say this IP is used to getting 20K, this is the best IP, let's say, and every day 20K emails are sent through it. The next best IP, 40K emails are sent through it. The next best IP, 100K emails are sent through it. So what we try and do is we try and stay within the predictable pattern. So here's what I mean by that. When there comes a time when we move people up or down, we also take this into account as to, if we move them up, how badly would that affect the volume of that IP? So if there are two users who are performing the same, one sending 2K, one sending 40K emails, hypothetically, and they're about to move up, we are more likely to move this one up because they're not going to have a really negative impact on the IP. It's going to be marginally manageable. Over time, let's say out of those 20K, there's another user who's sending 20K emails, we'll move that one down, and then over time, we'll move this one up as well. So it's a very unique balancing system where we have to consider both the fairness as well as giving the better users the advantages that they wouldn't otherwise get somewhere else. Does that make sense? And I can't see all the questions. I hope it makes sense. What do you think as well, if you're still listening in? Or probably not, but it's fine. I think the way we're using BeLive, only I can talk for a little bit. So I hope, just give me a quick yes if this is good, if this is like something you've never heard before, something that makes the system fair for you, makes the system better for you. Because here's the thing, as much as possible, we want to avoid spammers. They always come in. They always sort of squeeze past. So we have another system in place to prevent them from coming in. Okay, and here's that system. So we believe, I guess, like many of the Western movies, that until I can trust you, I'm not going to trust you. Okay, so what that means is that with a system that you will soon see, you get to send unlimited emails to 25,000 contacts, which, by the way, just to kind of mark it down for you, if you were to do that using Aweber, it's $149 a month. If you were to do that using Active Campaign monthly, that's about $599 a month, or even more, depending on what features you go for, even $399 a month, right? So just to so you understand where I'm coming from here. So what we do is that for any new user that comes in, we are worried. Like, you can upload any kind of emails within the system. We can't stop you from doing that. So really, I'm just being honest. We have no idea what you're uploading. You may have permission, you may not have permission. When you upload a list, you do say, yeah, I have permission to mail them. But if you don't, I can only take action after. So here's what we do. On day one, when you join, you get 250 credits. And by credits, I mean you can send out 250 emails, or let's say one email to 250 people, maximum, up to that, right? You send out that email. The next day, depending on what your open rate's like, what your spam rate's like if you are spamming, if you get 1% spam, that's bad. Like, ideal spam rate that we look for, worst case scenario is 0.2%. Worst case scenario is 0.2%. Ideally 0.1% or less. So if you get like a relatively high spam rate, then we just, kick you, not kick you out, but we lower your credits that you could get the next day. So it is possible that as a spammer, Jason, I'll answer that a bit later. It is possible that as a spammer, you may even go down to 200 credits. And then you may complain, Neil, what the hell? I paid for 25,000 contacts. Why am I not getting this? So if that's the case, we are happy to let you go. Because like I said, the only way for us to maintain highest quality compared to ActiveCampaign, Aweber, GetResponse, MailChimp, everything else, is by only having the best users in our platform. The worst ones get automatically moved out. Like they can't get enough credits. But if you're a good user, if your spam rate's low, open rate's decent, I'm talking like 8% plus at least, then most likely you will get the next day 500 credits. Again, we trust you a little bit more. Then you mail again, stats are good, 1K credits, 1,000 credits. You mail again, stats are good, 2K credits. Next day, you mail again, stats are good, 4K credits, up to, right? You mail again, 8K credits. We're like, cool. And then you mail again, we'll bump you up to 16K credits. And after that, as with anything, daily, we measure your performance. So every day, we look at your open rates, we look at your click-through rate, your spam rate, and all that. And we slowly, give you more credit or take away credits. Again, we have to be fair, not just on other, not just on the whole system, but also the IPs individually. Because if we give you 20,000 emails to send and you mail that to like a terrible list, you're going to kill the IP. We actually had that. Ironically, we had an affiliate who we gave the system to try out back in November. And I told him like, hey, dude, I'm giving you 50,000 emails to send. Please don't send them all at once. I said, just, get your best list in on day one, slowly warm it up. And he said, yeah, I'll do that. And then day one, he said 30,000 emails, 1.5% credit. I had to wait for 3 weeks to bring up that IP again. It was in such a bad state. I mean, it was just like brutally battered, and I had to slowly revive it. So since then, Husafia says, so it's basically like your mum rewarding you for good grades. Yeah, you get a cookie every time you send a good email. Let's, look at it like that. But the idea is that, yes, potentially one day you could have infinite emails you can send in a day, but you gotta earn that. Okay, you have to earn that. And it's necessary because that's what good email marketing is. I mean, how many of you have switched autoresponders because you just tripped because you didn't know what you were doing? How many of you got, made a mistake, made an accident, and you were like, oh crap, I shouldn't have done that, but I didn't know any better? That still happens to a lot of people. And my job, I feel, is to make sure that they don't fall into that trap, that they don't trip and fall, because they had their own business if they do that. Where possible, I want to help other people create a good business. And for that, I want to help them avoid these mistakes that get them banned or get them substandard results. So quite often, if we notice for an account that it's getting lower than average open rates, our team will send you an email just to talk to you. Again, we're not banning you. We'll send you an email saying, hey, I saw your email rates went down. Here are like 5-6 things you can do. Let me know if you want to hop on a call, and we'd be happy to talk to you a bit more about it. Again, it's an open offer. We want to help you, want to retain you as a customer. We want to help you succeed. And here's the difference, right? So let's say you have an email list of 1,000 people. You have an email list of 1,000 people. If you go to something like Aweber, you know what? You say, Neil, I make like $1 per lead, and I make $1,000 per month. Awesome. I challenge you. What if I help you increase your open rate by 10%? Just a 10% increase in open rate, nothing else. Everything else stays the same. The clicks stay the same. The conversions stay the same. 10% increase in open rate. How much extra revenue do you think it could bring you? $100, right? And that's a big jump. You may think $100 a month isn't a lot, but scale that up. Assume you had 10,000 contacts. Assume you had 25,000 contacts. How much would that be worth? So that's how I look at it. I look at it as an opportunity where if you're not fully utilizing an autoresponder, you miss. So are you still with me? That's the first thing I wanted to discuss with you, basically show you my stats and explain why my open rates are so good. I mean, we do clean our list every once in a while. I honestly don't clean it as much as I should. My CTO will hate me for admitting that, but that's what we do. And we mail quite often the actives. We mail people that have been actively engaging. I'll show you maybe in the feature set, but a lot of the reason Okay, this is a secret. Please do not share this outside this call. Do not tell other people, right? They should know this stuff. But at any given day, an automation is going to outrank a broadcast. Okay? In terms of open rates, I'm talking, assuming all things are equal with the clicks and everything. There are two reasons for that. One, when you do automation, when you do broadcast, you send out 10,000 emails at once. Google looks at it and says, you know what, 10,000 emails looks a bit fishy, must be marketing email. I'm going to put this in promotions. So it moves it to promotions. Low open rates. But when you do it automatically, what ends up happening is that, let's say you email people based on when they signed up, and then even 30 days later, they're getting an email exactly 30 days after they signed up. So if they signed up at 7 a.m., they're getting an email at 7 a.m., 30 days later. So then you send out 100 email in the first 10 minutes, another 100 in the first 10 minutes, 100, 100, 100. So when Google looks at this, it doesn't look suspicious. It doesn't look weird. It doesn't look like a mass broadcast. So they're like, okay, you know what? This email, this content looks legit. Let's move it to the inbox. So I want to show you this. Let me see if I can actually give you a demo of this as well. Just to, not the software, but to show you stats. So 1 second. Let me find the good. Okay. So this is from our last launch. Obviously it's a very, well, it's still happening actually, because, all the new customers are going in here as well. So if I go for, let me find from November to April, let's say, okay. Apply. Okay. So check this out. Total 902 emails sent, and some were not delivered because people sometimes use, fake emails to sign up. But I got 49% open rate. That's with automation. 49% open rate. If I mail the same list, even if it's a new list, if I mail them, I won't get more than 30, 35% maybe, maximum. Okay. So the point here is that if you are able to slowly drip out the emails, you're going to get like crazy opens compared to broadcast. Of course, the downside being that if you're running a limited time promotion, dripping it will take time. So you can't use it for urgency-based emails. But for sort of regular emails, by all means use that. Okay. Whose iFirst says amazing value. Amazing info says Pauline as well. So that's what I often do. I'll do something clever as well sometimes. I have to send a broadcast, but what I'll do is I'll just set up an automation instead, and I'll import, emails 100 at a time. So I'll just it's really cool, and I can't show you this because it's quite complex, but you could bring in like 1,000 leads, and you could split it into 10 different chains, 10 different branches, and it's the same email going out to every branch, but there's a different delay. So one of them waits for like 10 minutes, another one for 20 minutes, another one for 30 minutes and 40 minutes. And that way you're not kind of making Google think that, hey, this is a spam, or not spam, but, bulk marketing email, because it's going to 10,000 people at once. So yeah. Can you still hear me, by the way? Rohan says he lost connection, but can you hear me? Just say yes, Neil, I can hear you, or yes, would be great. I want to make sure I'm not talking to a wall. Yeah, okay, great, thanks, appreciate that. So Karsten says, when you say 100 per time, what's the delay? At least a couple of minutes. Because Google, the way, this is now I'm getting really techie, but the way email sending works, like Google receives a bunch of messages in bulk. So if they receive a 10,000 email packet in bulk compared to 100, at any given second, they're going to obviously favor the 100. So that's what you need to do. Break it down as small as you can, like 100 is reasonable. And even if you separate out by a minute, that's good enough. I give it like 2 to 5 minutes just to be fair. 10 minutes is ideal if you're not in a rush. But that just gets me much better open rates. Much better open rates. Okay, I'll go answer questions. Oh no, my autoresponder isn't Google based. I mentioned Google a lot because most of our email lists are in Google. Like I want to show you a campaign a report of an email I sent. Let me go down. So let's say this one, right? So this is the email that I sent the other day. I got 18% open rate, which is fine. But if I show you, so this tells me like I have multiple lists, like I have 100 lists in my system. So this tells me how many contacts are in each list and what are the open rates for each list. And that way I know which lists are kind of dying, which lists are getting better. That's a really good analysis as well. But if I look at this by domain, look at this. Gmail has 56, like I have 56% contacts in Gmail. Okay, 56% contacts in Gmail. So yeah, that's why I say Google a lot, but could be anything else for that matter. Okay. Yeah. Carsten says interesting because, oh, sorry, I think that's my blue screen of death. I hope not. Okay. I have set 2 minutes between 70 emails and that works better. Yeah, that's good as well. That's good as well. What if I use multiple RDP to send portions of broadcast? I would be using different IPs. That's okay as well. I mean, that's something quite often very, very, very technical people do, but most people won't have any idea how to manage that. Okay. All right. Cool. So I'll move on to the next one, the next topic I wanted to talk about. So this is basically a walkthrough of kind of what we do. And I also talked about the typical warm-up process that we have in place as well. And it's a trust building exercise, right? Here's the thing though. If you come to me, like you buy and you get 250 credits and then you get 500 credits and you're like, Neil, you know what? I'm a good person. I don't email scrape lists. I'm a good person. Let me get all my credits at once, or let me get more credits. Book a call with us. We'll ask you for some proof. How did you acquire the leads? When was the last time you mailed them? What's your open rate typically like in any of the autoresponder you're using? What's your click-through rate is like? What your spam rate is like? And based on that, we'd be okay unlocking more credits for you. I can't say how much. It's something my deliverability guy would have to decide. But we're absolutely okay making exceptions, but you have to present your case. Okay, so we sell this with a very clear caveat that you need to agree to the terms of services, that you go through this onboarding, which is for your benefit and everyone else in the system. I won't let one person spoil the entire platform. Or, I mean, you probably can't, but it's just not fair if other people are affected by what one person or two people do. So we want to be quite strict about that, because that's what really helps us maintain a good quality at the end of the day. Right? So yeah, this is how we onboard our customers. It's hands-off for us. I mean, it works on autopilot. You wake up every morning and you see, oh, cool, I have new credits again. And if your email yesterday was terrible, you're going to have low credits. But again, you can always reach out to us and say, Neil, I don't think that was fair. Can I get more credits, please, for today? Sure. Or can I get more credits generally moving forward? And we can work with you. Okay? Cool. Now here's the thing as well. I'm going to delete some of this stuff because it's getting quite crowded. So I'll tell you another secret that that you should know, and it's about IPs. And I think someone like Huzaifa would already know. But typically, one IP is not enough. So IPs have a sender score, right? I don't know if you know this, but any IP has a sender score of between 1 to 100. 100 being awesome, 1 being bad. But a sender score doesn't mean, like, a sender score doesn't imply that your emails are not going to inbox or your emails are going to inbox. A sender score is actually a score that you get because of how your emails are performing at the moment. And that score is assigned to an IP address, right? So it's assigned to an IP address. So we have IP addresses that usually, like, worst case scenario, they go from 85, best case scenario, they go to 99. It's hard to get 100. It's one of those school exams where the teacher just won't give you 100. So you go from 85 to 99. Usually we average about 93 every week across our multiple IPs that we have. But here's the thing. Anytime an IP goes below 90, we basically have to have our delivery guy become a janitor. So here's what happens. I'll tell you behind the scenes what happens. Why do IPs become blacklisted and what that actually means? So let's do this. Say I have an email address and that is neil neil@kyvio.com. That's my email. Okay. Kyvio is our parent company. neil@kyvio.com. Then I also have an IP address. So IP address is, in real terms, this is like where you live. Okay. So Neil is me, and I live in IP. That's the physical analogy. So if I was to send a letter to, say, Wayne, right? So Wayne is at Wayne, let's say at Wayne.com. Let's say Wayne's address is kosher, everything is fine with what he's doing, no problems there, no soft bounces, no hard bounces, everything works. And his IP address or his location, let's say, is in, he lives in London. Let's assume, I don't know where he lives actually, but he lives in London, which I'm going to say it's a Gmail inbox, right? That's how I'm going to compare, draw an analogy for you. So I send him an email, and I live in Finland right now. Beautiful country, not a lot of people, no, very low crime sort of thing. It's quite stable place. So when I send the letter via my local post, in between when the letter arrives to, or rather at the end of the letter arrives to Royal Mail in the UK, Royal Mail looks at the package and says, you know what, this is from Finland, from this particular city. We can trust it. It's fine. It's a good city. We haven't had complaints. No one sent, bombs or anthrax or whatever. It's a safe package. Let's ship it over to Wayne. So that's what happens. Wayne gets my package. Awesome. Now, let's say on the other hand, I'm going to use a hypothetical name here because I don't want to accidentally offend anyone. But let's say if I was living in a really terrible place where there was a ton of crime, people were being killed every day, and there just was no safety. But I send a letter to Wayne, right? Somehow, even though where I live is a shithole, but my mail carrier still is able to deliver the letter to Royal Mail somehow. I don't know how. I mean, most of the letter would get lost, right? Because I'm in a bad IP address. I'm in a bad place. But let's say the letter gets delivered to Royal Mail. Royal Mail's going to look and say, this is not a very good place. You know what? It could be anthrax. I'm just going to chuck it away. Put that in spam box. That's what Gmail does. Okay? That's what Gmail does. So Gmail basically looks at, just messages. Gmail basically looks at where the email's coming from, what's the reputation of that. So it is our full-time job, not mine, but my team's full-time job to make sure that we maintain the highest quality on this IP. So anytime we get a complaint from someone, someone blacklists, we have to go in, basically stop everything we're doing, go in and clean it up. Now imagine if you were doing this for yourself. And you would have to, like if you own, for example, if you are using SendGrid or Amazon SES or whatever, once in a while, someone's going to hit spam button on your email. It happens. People are upset. They have a bad day. They hit the spam button because that's easy. And your email, your IP gets blacklisted. And suddenly, Gmail starts thinking, hey, that guy's from the hood. Again, I probably will offend someone here. But Gmail starts thinking his or her emails are not good anymore. And that's where you have to go clean up, basically, afterwards. So if you were doing this yourself, it's a lot of work. Which is why quite often people go to places like ActiveCampaign or Favour or GetResponse with the hope that they could still do the email marketing that they're doing. And quite often that doesn't work out because ActiveCampaign says, oh, make money online? We don't like that, go away. You're selling weight loss programs? We don't like it, just go away. We're going to ban you. It's happened to me. It's happened to my friends. It's happened to way too many people. Now, again, please understand, I'm not saying that we're not going to ban you, but we're not going to ban you because you're selling make money online offers or because you're doing solo ads. We are absolutely okay with that. Where we draw the line is, number one, your open rate. Now, we could be a bit more relaxed about your open rate if you had your own IP. If you decide, you know what, Neil, I'm going to get my own address, which in our case, costs $199 a year. And you say, Neil, okay, I'll invest in that. Fine. Then we're not going to bother you much about your open rate because you're not infecting anyone else, right? It's just you. We'll advise you still, but you're not going to affect anyone else. We can still advise you on what to do though, right? So typically we look at least a 6% open rate. Where we have banned people in the past is when they send out an email saying, PayPal just sent you $20. I mean, that's scammy as hell. It's like the Nigerians Prince email saying, I have $1 million waiting for you. When you do that, anyone is going to put that in spam. And if they don't, you're going to get tons of complaints about it. And when you do, we basically have, like, we can't do anything, because if we don't let that person go, Gmail, AOL, Yahoo is going to come down on us, on everyone. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Generally, we're okay with whatever you sell, as long as you keep the language clean, as long as your open rate is good. We can work with you. And no other company would do that, by the way. Try it. Go to ActiveCampaign, say that, hey, I can get at least 6% opens, no spam complaints, but I sell, weight loss pills. Is that okay? Try that out. See what they say. So that's my point, that for us, the way we have built this tool, the way we have built this platform, it's really about, could we use it regularly? And I do. I mean, you've seen me. I send a decent amount of traffic just from one account. This is all IM traffic. This is, all people that subscribe to our email list that bought something from us. And we get pretty decent open rates on that. And we like to maintain it, not just for us, but for other people as well, because I like to take my own medicine. I'm using this, so I want to make sure I keep it clean. I think I covered this maybe in another webinar, but we have other tools too, like for funnel building and membership site building, we have Kyvio, and I use that. So all the landing pages that you will see today are built on Kyvio. If you go look at any membership site that we've created, it's all built on Kyvio. If you look at any webinars that we do, except for this one, because this is with Wayne, but any webinar that we do is done on Mailvio. Because if we can't eat our own medicine, what's the point? Why are we selling this? So, that's why I was able to, I would say, convince Wayne as well to let me come and show what I do, because Wayne realized I wasn't just selling a tool that was shiny. I was actually selling something, number one, that worked. Number two, that I was using day in, day out. I'm my best user, right? So that's why I can confidently stand behind it. That's why I'm the best case study. And in our business, we make, just so you know, so we have, you saw my list, right? So if I just go in here, like sometimes I mail 4,000 people, 3,000, 9,000. Like this morning I mailed 10,000 people. Open rates are not that high because, of course, I mail everyone in my list. It's slowly going up. Like, okay, now it's above 7%. It may stabilize at like 9% or something after that, which is not bad. 900 opens, right? So even from this list that we have, we make pretty decent money every month. So we send out about 300,000 emails approximately a month. And if I was selling my own products and selling affiliate products as well, we do quite often just from this north of $60,000, $70,000 in sales. The reason I'm telling you this is because I know also how to make a list convert. I know how to convert a lead, how to show them basically what the pain points are, kind of like what Wayne was talking about, and slowly take them through that journey, turn that into a sale. So we have, we have this done for you template as well that we actually give to all the Mailvio customers. And I have 12 of those. Like I have 3 of those that we have formalized and we have shared with people, and we release one a month as well. And you can see there's already like 29 people on this at the moment. And this basically takes people through a journey, like welcomes them, introducing yourself, connects with them in an emotional way, does a case study, and finally a scarcity-based pitch or close. So I guess what I'm saying is that I'm not just the platform owner, but I'm also an email marketer myself. So I'm not a developer. I'm not saying that, oh yeah, the platform is great because of this. I'm saying that I send emails like this and I get amazing conversions. I get results as well with what I do. So what I want to basically do, I'll look at a few questions soon, but I think, Wayne, I may need your link at some point, but is it okay if I offer you an incredible deal on this? And we've just gone live about, I think Wayne's coming back on.
Come in.
Yeah.
Can I close this thing down, mate?
Yeah, please do. I can if you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, that was, I can hear myself come back.
Is it better?
Am I coming through your speakers or something? Why am I coming back now?
You're fine, but I can mute myself.
Issue.
I can mute myself if it helps.
Let's try. That was absolutely awesome, Neil. And let me know, guys, by saying great. I know for some people, let me see if I can move this because it's echoing like crazy. I know some people that may have been kind of mind blown, and I can imagine looking at that maybe when I start out, and you'd think, what the hell is all this? But rewatch the recording, guys. If it didn't make sense, rewatch the recording because there's immense value in there. Am I echoing to you?
You're breaking up a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I'm going to just kill the screen share for a minute.
Yeah, okay. Save that.
Yeah, done that.
It's gone. There we go.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. Yeah, so to give you an idea, I know how much this tool costs, and I done an evaluation on one of my autoresponders and how much money that would have saved me per month over the last year. And my I was underwater. My savings were $6,800 a month, which is insane. The savings I would have made. And when you mentioned about AWeber, I just want to mention, guys, when you mentioned about, you don't want to let people who spoil it for everyone else. I remember about 4 years ago, AWeber's deliverability went absolute hot for everyone, and it's because they let the finger off the ball a bit, and some unscrupulous people were literally just uploading list. They found a little loophole to get in there, sending to the same list 500 times a day. And obviously, I respect that you've got to stop that. I think that's brilliant because that annoyed the hell out of me back then. Because why should my deliverability suffer when someone else is doing all this stupid stuff? So I think it's fantastic you got that under hold. And I learned a little bit from this as well, mate. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So, guys, we'll get to the Q&A at the end. Neil, what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna put my link below to the Mailvio software. Before you go have a look, I want to tell you about some bonuses, because hopefully now you can see Neil with his platform. You can be confident in you've got everything to protect, look after, and increase your deliverability. But I want to make that better. So what we're going to do is anyone who buys, there's two options. There's a monthly option and a yearly option. Okay. Neil, you just remind me of the prices at this point.
So the prices at this point are $37 for the monthly and $297 for the yearly. And
how many contacts is that?
25,000 contacts in both cases.
That's insane. So I now get response for the same. In fact, less tools is $149 a month for the same. And guys, when I'm now going to put the link, my team will put the link in. So guys, if you can put the link in, if you want the link, ask for the link below. I've made this an absolute no-brainer to make you guys never worry about deliverability again. So what I've done is anyone who buys the yearly gets a recording of the event I did in December, where I had someone on, my deliverability specialist. Okay, this was my own personal one. He spoke for 6 hours at my event. Okay. I'm going to give you those recordings. And this is the guy who, he's my personal wizard, Neil, is what he is. But imagine this, guys. If you've got Neil and my guy in your corner, can you say whether that's going to help you or not? Do you think that's really going to help? It's going to be immense. You're going to know how to deal with your deliverability. I won't get asked anymore, hey, how can I improve my deliverability? You've got Neil, you've got Mailvio, and you've got my guy. Okay, so you need to join up for the yearly to get the recordings. And the reason for that is because I've never actually let these go before. And to give you an idea who's in the audience, Matt Basak paid for a ticket and flew over. Anthony McCarthy paid for a ticket and flew over. There was tons of big marketers in the crowd. And I learned a ton from this as well. I didn't expect him to give as much value as did. So I'm giving that as a bonus for the yearly, because you'd be mad not to do the yearly. And anyone who does buy the monthly, I've got this guy coming on, and the yearly. I've got this guy coming on to give everyone a group coaching as well. Okay, so imagine all the support Neil's going to give you, all the support Mailvio's going to give you. Mailvio, I keep saying Mailvio.
Okay.
So I'm from Norfolk, mate. You don't know the UK, but it's a hard word for us. Anything more than 2 syllables. So you're going to have a group coaching with this guy, okay? And Neil, you're going to be fully prepared for your deliverability issues, okay? Because it is the biggest bugbear all the time, without fail. that people have. Okay. Not only that, if your issue is ever a price, okay, if it's ever I want to get the absolute best price, you aren't going to get a better price. $37 for 25,000 contacts. It makes it a no-brainer to go for the years, guys, and get all the bonus I've got. No one else. I see people, you always see people regurgitate bonuses. No one else has these bonuses. And to give you an idea, the guy, when I first met him, he used to charge me $1,000 an hour, and he was worth it. So you're going to have all that support and all that help you need for joining up. I'm going to have a look on the site, because if you look on the site, guys, when you get there, there's a special, price goes up in an hour. Is that?
Yeah, an hour. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not a scarcity, guys. I've been on this site since when it said 4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, it's counting down. I'm actually, as soon as I get off this, I'll get ready to change the pricing. So I have to do that as well. Yeah.
So there you go, guys. You need to grab the offer now, because the price will go up. Let's just make sure we still, every so often, I don't know, it spins for some people, but there you go.
Okay.
So yeah, you need to jump on this now, guys. You need to take advantage of all these bonuses, because you're not going to have, I don't think there's nothing better out there, new package better for deliverability, for making sure your emails get inboxed. Okay. I don't know if you see the questions come through, Neil, if we want to answer them quickly.
Yeah, I will. Before I answer the question, I just want to add one thing that, like I said before, I care a lot about not just the deliverability. I mean, that's part of our software. That's how we service our customers. But then I also care a lot about actually helping people build their list. So if people decide to join the annual license, when they do, we'll invite them automatically to a 14-day list building challenge. So it's called Overnight List Success. So if you've probably seen people like Russell Brunson or Amy Porterfield running 30-day challenges around funnel building, we're doing a very similar one around list building. The idea is that from day 1 to day 14, we put you in a position where you have assets that you can sell. So you have a list, for example, to which you can sell products that you create during that challenge. The idea being that when you come out of it, you would have paid in full for your investment today. I mean, that and much more, hopefully. But yeah, that's available as a bonus to you if you wanted. We previously run it for $47 as a standalone thing. But because we were inviting a lot of people, we thought it'd be a good idea to rerun that challenge and give amazing value to new Mailvio customers.
Awesome. Yeah, that's amazing. I was just looking on your site for the comparison from you guys to who's the most expensive active campaign, obviously. You save, guys, $3,800 a year. That's bonkers. That is absolutely insane amount of money to save for 25,000 contacts. So basically, if you want to buy the yearly, you're going to have covered your next year's autoresponder fees for two months of Get Response, for example. So it makes it an absolute no-brainer, guys. Just going to make sure everyone's got the link, because I actually want everyone, okay, to understand what goes on behind deliverability. And that's why I got Neil on. That's why I want you to meet my deliverability guys. Well, I want you to learn this stuff, because then you see what these guys have to do, what they have to understand, and you see how to inbox more. Because every time someone clicks on your email, it equals a commission in some form or another. Okay, so I know my EPCs, Neil will know his EPCs. We know we just have to get more clicks out to increase our earnings. That's the basics of email marketing. And when I tell people, I tell you all the time, Neil's answering your question, guys.
Yeah.
And someone said Neil offers great support and amazing quality. So there you go. That's a great testament to you, Neil.
No, I appreciate that. I do. I mean, that's to us, that's very, very crucial. We keep our support folks really happy. I mean, I'll be honest, support can sometimes be quite difficult, because some customers can be a little bit rude sometimes. But we try and keep our support folks happy, because at the end of the day, they represent our brand to you. So if you want to do, I mean, if you just want to do one-on-one call to talk about your account, our deliverability guy is happy to do that too, whenever you want it. As long as you show up, that's all we ask. If you book a meeting, please show up. But yeah, I mean, we just, like I said, we really just want our customers to get results with what we do, because if they do, they'll continue to buy from us. And that's really the goal at the end of the day, to have repeat customers, which, you should, as a business owner, aim for as well.
Yeah, exactly. Someone said, if the link's buffering, Mike, use a different browser, mate. That'll be a browser issue. someone said, I'm a newbie affiliate marketer. Do I need this now? It doesn't matter. The good thing is, if you're new, you're going to save a ton of money, okay? And you're going to get better deliverability. You're going to understand deliverability better. You're going to get the help from people like me, Neil, and my deliverability expert. Such a hard word. But it's the same no matter what part of your journey you're at. If you're brand new, or even if you are more experienced, okay, then it's going to save you money and inbox more. So still haven't. Jason, can you say your question again, mate? It's just that we've had so many comments.
I think I did. I answered Jason on his question. But Jason, you can always reach out to us via support desk if you want to discuss it on case-by-case basis. So Jason is an old customer of ours, and he has some question about the old software that we have and this one. How does it compare? I'm not here to talk about the old software. I'm here to talk about this one, just because it wouldn't be fair to others. So I'll focus on this, Jason. But if you want to, please, like I said, reach out to our support desk and we can help you out there.
That's a good question from Neil. Can we import from Aweber? I'll let Neil answer that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I please, I urge you to, move to us as soon as you can, because, I think on the sales page I had put up as well that I am changing a little bit, but we're basically guaranteeing that open rates with us would be better than with any other service that you're using at the moment. So please move over to us. Let us help you. White label your email address as well, which is, where Gmail then knows that it's coming from your domain, that sort of thing. So yeah, please move from Aweber as soon as you can. Cancel that. Stop paying them as much money as you're paying them. Yeah,
I've got an Aweber account and my list cost is massive. So trouble I've got, mate, is which list to move.
Yeah.
What do I move over? So guys, it is, you can see, so he's got the guarantee as well, which I kind of completely forgot about. It's massive. Okay. And you guys know I like to make sure something is already proven by the time by the time I introduce it. And this is already proven, guys. Okay. Okay, we've got some people buying the yearly. So I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna restrict the number of videos because I didn't realize this many people want it. We don't want everyone to have these videos, okay? So we're going to restrict it to the next 8 people. So if you're buying yearly, make sure you do it now because the price is going to go up in under an hour. Ed Newman, are you banned any affiliate programs? So Aweber has a blacklist. I think I know what Ed Newman has. Aweber has a blacklist of ClickBank offers, for example, that they will just put you on admin hold or ban you straight away for using them. Do you do that?
No, we don't actually. So the thing is that we, so far, and we have sent over, I think, 20 million emails in the last 6 months from this platform. So far, we haven't had to ban anyone's account, for example, or links going to somewhere else. Like, we haven't really had problems with those click magic links either, because someone said that if you rotate links, it's an issue. Again, the only thing I ask is the quality of your email. If your email is very clickbaity, if it's faking things like, hey, this could be your PayPal account tomorrow, that sounds like that Nigerian scam thing. Don't do that. But I think beyond that, it's okay if you want to promote something as long as you can stand behind it. The way, just so you know, when it comes to affiliate marketing, the way I look at it is that if you would sell it to your mom, your dad, then you shouldn't have any ethical issues about selling it to anyone else. But if you are already thinking like, is it legitimate or not, then it probably isn't. So just, think about that too.
Yeah, there you go. Good answer.
Yep.
So guys, just having a look, see if there's any more questions. Keep them questions coming through because the thing is, guys, you can go on to GetResponse and their deliverability at the minute. You get put in a bad IP pool. They don't do what you guys do, and they kind of do it cleverly. They just stick you in a bad IP pool. Game over. These guys are going to look after all that stuff where it confuses you and you wonder about your deliverability. These guys are going to look after it for you. Okay, that kind of stuff when it comes to IPs, which is quite advanced stuff. And it really is. Ramus has got a number of questions there.
Sure.
Looks like a thesis.
Yeah, we actually had Jonah Armstrong, if you know him. He's an affiliate marketer who's quite active in the Make Money Online market. He recently moved over to us as well because he said that he was getting 4% open rate and GetResponse. And this is to a list of, I can tell you the number, I can't tell you more, but this is a list of like 35,000 plus people. He moved over to us day one, and not day one because he had to slowly send his email, because that's how you should do it. He had an open rate of 12%. Same email that he sent to by GetResponse, and he got 4%. So GetResponse is really going into the crapper at the moment. They just couldn't handle the whole COVID email, bulk of emails that were going through, and all their IPs basically just crashed. And, again, I don't know why they didn't add more. Like, we had to add more to balance the load, but they didn't. And because of that, GetResponse, like, people are migrating away from it. We're running ads at the moment telling people to come over from GetResponse to us, because that's how bad it is. So,
yeah, it's bad it is.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 questions from Ramesh. Let me see. Have a couple of questions. Is the number of subs I'm able to email going to be increased daily? Yeah, exactly. So we'll give you more credits basically every day, as long as your open rates stay above 6%, your spam rates are above 0.1%, hard bounce rate, I think, if I remember right, is below 0.2% or 0.3%. It's one of those numbers. Yeah, those are the main things that we look at, basically. What if I have more than 25K active subscribers? Should I purchase a couple of accounts? Don't purchase 2 accounts. But when you buy this as an upgrade option, you'll have a one-time opportunity and one-time price to basically get another 25K contacts in your system. So if you wanted to go from 25 to 50, for example, you just have to pay 197 extra, and that is one time. You don't pay that yearly, for example. We originally thought about doing that annually as well, but we decided, hey, you know what? People are already paying recurring on the front end, which is quite common for autoresponders, but we still felt bad, I guess, even though, just so you know, at 297, I don't make any money from this. Immediately I don't make any money, because our parent company charges us a lot as well to host these accounts and such. So we have to pay for them. But I have you as a customer, and hopefully you stick around for next year when we start to make more. But the point still is that if you buy the upgrade, that's a one-time price of $197. That gives you 25K extra. And what we also do is we move you into, I don't want to say a better IP pool. We call it premium IP pool. And the reason we call it that is because it's something you have to pay extra for, right? So let's say if you were living in Los Angeles, if you had a lot of money, you could live in the hills. I guess they call them the hills, right? In the Beverly Hills. And if you can afford that, obviously your quality of life is going to be a little bit better than everyone else, because you're living in the Beverly Hills. And that's the idea with the premium IP pool as well, is that you pay a little bit more to be around less people, but they are wealthier like you, which means that they probably have better email marketing practices than other people. So that's an option that you can look into as well in that upgrade. I think it was Ramesh, yeah. So that's something as well. I think there are a couple of other things. So we give the commercial license if you ever want to work with clients with this, but you still have one account. So just bear that in mind, that you could do the email marketing for them, but it is still your account. So that's something you should know as well. I'll see other questions as well. Just a second. So, okay. How long have you guys been on the go? Neil Moran is saying. You're not the Neil Moran, are you? Who's like the big email marketing legend, or maybe you are. So we've been around for 6 years, 7 months actually now. Like, I've been actively using the platform. Before that, it was in testing and such. And our parent company has been around for 8 years. So yeah, and they are an 8-figure a year company. Like, they have hosting companies as their clients. So, they are used to much, much bigger volume than we are. So yeah. Let me just see. Let me see questions as well. Integration with other platforms. So we have a Zapier app. So you can use Zapier to connect with other platforms, but you got to understand that as an autoresponder, it's not really up to us to connect with other platforms. It's up to them. So we're hoping that with more people coming in, we'll be together able to go to like ClickFunnels or Kajabi or anything else and say, hey guys, integrate with Mailvio. We have an API. I mean, if you're a bit technical, you can use webhooks as well, and you can already integrate on the fly. But if you're not, you can use the Zapier app. Of course, what we'd like ideally is to offer all of us to go to ClickFunnels group and say, hey, you got to integrate with Mailvio, right? Because that's what you should do. So you can email 25,000 people a day times 30 days. Richard, yes, after your onboarding period has basically finished, after we have built enough trust. I covered that whole credit system early on. Okay.
Awesome. We've got plenty of people, guys. Plenty of people asking me. Awesome, Lonnie. Well done for the link. If you can't get hold of the link, message me, guys. Okay, make sure you message me, because we have got 47 minutes before the price goes up. We didn't plan it like this. This is just that we were lucky enough to get on before the price went up. So you need to get on and take advantage of that before it goes up. Okay. My advice would be to buy the yearly, because it's going to save you a hell of a lot of money. You're going to never worry about deliverability again. You're going to get the absolute best price available for any autoresponder. You're going to have Neil. You've always got me on your side, guys. That's a good question from Huzaifa there. I didn't think of that.
Sorry, which one?
Do you guys initially enforce double opt-in or single opt-in?
We don't care.
Okay.
I mean, listen, I hope all of you are above 18, all of you adults, you know what's good, what's not. If you think that you're getting better results with single opt-in, please do that. If you think you'd prefer to do double opt-in, please do that. We have GDPR possibilities in place with the opt-in form and such. Again, we leave it up to you. Our policy is more like, we'll talk to you if we have to talk to you. We don't really, strangle you. We just let you be. And if it becomes necessary that we got to have a chat, it's a nice chat. I mean, we don't send like Eastern European thugs to you, which is important because our support team is Eastern European, but we don't send them to you with batons. But the thing for us still is that we want to help you for as long as you let us. When you don't, then you don't. Simple as that.
Awesome. Carsten, I'll send you the link direct. Anyone need the link? Because I want to make sure you guys get this price before it goes up and the bonuses. Carsten, if you check your inbox, make sure you do that before the 40 minutes, mate. Make sure you buy this before the 40 minutes. There you go, and the links come through. So if you have trouble with the links, guys, you need to get to me now. Okay, as soon as you purchase, I've got a list of everyone that's purchased. I will be messaging everyone, okay, so that you can get on all the extra training we talked about, because you're never going to have to worry about deliverability again, whether you're doing the right thing, the wrong thing. And this is something we're going to give you more training on as well. You'd be absolutely bonkers, I think, to miss out on this.
Yeah, again, this is something I want to mention as well, Wayne, and this is absolutely true. I can prove it as well to our customers, but we have a deal with our parent company in place that we're never going to offer this deal at the annual price again, because, they didn't like it that we were underpricing dramatically compared to our competitors. Now I told them like, hey, because we're underpricing, we're going to get a lot of customers. You'll be happy, we'll be happy. But they were generally not too happy with it in the long term. So they said short term, try it out. But we just don't like the idea of giving away so many contacts and unlimited emails for this price. So just so you know, and this is not a scare tactic. I mean, you will see this. For those of you who are on the fence who are like, you know what, I'll wait till it's over. Try it. And you'll see what the price gets to once the launch special closes. Because we're looking at already raising this price to $9.97 a year, which again, you got to understand, is still cheaper than Aweber, GetResponse, MailChimp and ActiveCampaign. I was looking at MailerLite, which is often touted as like a really cheap autoresponder, but even they, for 25,000 contacts, charge you 120 euros. I say euros because I'm in Europe, 120 euros a month. And that's ridiculously high. But even if you were to charge $9.97, it would still be a fair deal. I had a vendor actually, like maybe you know him too, Venkata, reach out to me. And he said, Neil, I want like more from this. 25,000 is not enough. I have a bigger list. I want more support from you. How much can I pay? And he's paying $99 a month for it. So, the point here is that it is a pretty incredible platform. The deals that we're doing for this short time are very unique deals. You're not going to find them online after 4 days. And there's a good reason for that, is because we just are not allowed to run it for longer than that period. And again, feel free to test me after 4 days, see what happens. Yeah,
I think this is such a good deal, guys. Okay, that Neil, I know you probably got to go at some point, but I'm going to stay here because I don't normally do this, but I'm going to stay here until that time of run date, because I think everyone should buy that at that price. A couple of questions. Is the price going to stay the same once they lock in at that price?
Yes, so you basically get grandfathered in once you purchase. Once you purchase this license, you get grandfathered into it, because we appreciate the fact that you're subscribing. And I know subscriptions can be a bit scary sometimes. I mean, we have to, because you have an autoresponder company. But as a thank you, we let you know that when you subscribe, we give you the same price next year, and you'll get a rebill reminder as well 7 days before. So you don't have to worry about missing an email from us about us just taking your money when you're not ready. So it's perfectly fine that you subscribe now and you get to keep the same price after.
There you go, guys. Any more questions come through? But I'm literally we've got 40 minutes. Neil, if you want to, because I know it's been a long day for you, mate.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stay here, guys. I'm going to answer any questions. You need this, guys, because I've never seen an offer like that at that price.
Yeah.
And you've got 40 minutes.
And just so you know, like my wife cooked this rhubarb pie, so I'm going to go eat that while I answer support messages.
Yeah, awesome. Neil, thanks very much for jumping on, mate. I've learned a lot. I'm sure everybody's learned a lot, and they can see what kind of guy you are and what kind of company it is you run. So it makes it more of a no-brainer for everyone. Thanks very much for jumping on. David Walker got on the yearly. Good job, mate.
Thanks.
Take care, mate.
Yep, appreciate it.
Say thanks, everyone. That'd be brilliant. Neil Napier, thanks, mate.
Yep, thanks a lot, everyone. Appreciate you engaging so much. So.
Yeah, awesome. So, guys, that was awesome, guys. You need to get in on this price point, okay? You can see everyone, the people who joined us for the yearly. Don't forget, you get 25,000 contacts, okay, for the year. How often can you email? I saw your message earlier, Nick Richard, saying about 530 times per subscriber, but you've got to think of your deliverability. So I wouldn't email more than twice, 3 times, if I'm honest, because you don't need to mail more than that. When you get to, if you do launches, it depends what kind of emailer you are. If you do launches, normally around launch time, you do 2 or 3 times a day. If you're a traffic provider, 2 times a day. That's a good question, Carsten. I can't answer, but guys, you need to get. I just want to make sure everyone gets this price really, because it's an insane price. So if you buy the yearly, guys, you will get the recordings of my live event. They're 6 hours. So they're quite chunky. This is with the guy I go to for deliverability. Okay, this is the guy I go to. You're going to have a live session with him, group session, to ask him any questions. It doesn't have to be now. It can be down the line a bit when you understand deliverability more. You don't have to use GetResponse. You can use GetResponse and Mailvio. Okay, you can use them both in tandem. I would just use Mailvio because I know I've got a lot of GetResponse users for $39. And guys, that's a good question. I got someone just asked, can you integrate it with traffic domination pages? There is an integration in there already. Okay, so you don't have to do anything. All right, so there is an integration in it, directly integrates with TD pages. Okay, so you haven't got to worry about that. It integrates better, exactly the same as the rest. Okay, so you haven't got to worry too much. We've done everything. Yeah, Daryl, he did say. I've done everything I can to make it a no-brainer, guys. There's literally 3 more spaces. In fact, you know what? If you pay for the yearly before the hour end, so I think we'll run out of the 3 before the hour, before the price goes up, you can jump on our training course. And as long as you buy the yearly, you can have the videos as well. This, I know most of you won't know this guy, but his name's Kevin. You guys is there a Zapier app? We don't use Zapier. I use a direct traffic domination pages, or my team do. I don't even log into this. A direct traffic domination pages API link. So I would say there should be a Zapier in there, but you can see from all the automations and everything, I would have thought they have it, but I don't know. So guys, let me know thanks, Stuart. You know, it's just going to be all the questions about deliverability, because it is the biggest thing I get asked all the time. Is this best for deliverability? How do I improve my deliverability? How do I do this? How do I do that? That's why I wanted to put this on. So you've got Kevin who can answer all those questions, and you'll have Neil and his team who can answer all them questions as well. Okay, so you can take all that guesswork out. If you're newer and you don't know, you know, what the hell is deliverability, awesome. Everyone who's in for the year will contact you. I'll tell you when we're having the live training. I believe we'll start one. We'll probably have one next week. Okay, so it's literally, you've seen what Neil done. Rewatch this because he explains how their company works. It opens the kind of knowledge doors for you. And then I've got Kevin coming on who spoke at my event. I think that was about 6 hours. and he blew my mind off. Like, he's the person that showed me how you can put the buy button on the email subject line. Okay, I'm still amazed. When he told me that, I thought, no, you didn't. And on the recordings for the live event, you'll see he shows you. Okay, so you can have the recordings. And basically, I don't want to give away. That was like for the event only, his training. So I don't want to give away that for next to nothing. The price is $297, Pauline, for the year. Okay, for 25,000 contacts a month, and you can email them as much as you want. Obviously, not 500 times a day, but 2 or 3 times a day. You can email them. It's an absolute no-brainer. To give you an idea, if I moved on to here, that would have saved me $6,800. Just one of my autoresponders. So even if you're brand new, guys, if you are brand new, you need to jump on here now, because it will save you money as you grow. Okay, it definitely will save you money as you grow. Any more questions or anything, guys? Let me see how many people we've got on. If you haven't got the link, let me know. Let me know if you haven't got the link. And sorry about all the technical issues. God knows what went on there. Every time I do a live, there has to be at least one technical issue. It wouldn't be the same. Can you do RSS from blog to your list? That's a good question, Joy. That's one I can't answer. And I would still write the email, I think, because there's a different... You've got to think about who you're writing for. So on the blog, it's kind of different to write an email. So I'd still write the email. Joshua Carmichael, yes. Wayne, how important is the upsell? If you're thinking of, you've got a big list or you want to take list building seriously, I'd go for the 197. I haven't looked at the other upsells too much in depth. So for me, it's all about working with these guys to improve deliverability and everything else. Guys, you need to get... I need to see how much time is left. So I don't want to miss the boot. Anyway, it's going to be like 35 minutes. We've got plenty of time, guys. Remember, the price goes up. That isn't a scarcity tactic. It just so happened that I said, Neil, can you come on show? He had this time spare, and it just so happened that that was within that time, about 35 minutes. And if you look on you get bonuses on both those as well. So you get tons of bonuses. Tons and tons of bonuses. Just going to look if there is... If you're watching in my group, you can see, I'm going to pin the comment to the top, hopefully. No, can't pin it to the top. What I'm going to do is, if you're in the group, I'm now going to pass the link to you to make sure everyone's got it. We've still got 75 people on the live, guys. So if you've got any questions, thanks, just got the Ellie. Awesome, guys. I would advise you to get the yearly because the price is going to go up. And it's better to move on to it now rather than wait, because you'll get into our deliverability coach training. Yes, you're right there, Carson. That's a good idea. Oh, and if you're interested in text, one thing he didn't cover. One thing he didn't cover is they have SMS as well, and you get 1,000 SMSs. If you, I don't do SMS at the minute. I am, but but yeah, they come include as well. Where is the more details on how to put the buy button on the subject line? It's not Mailvio. No one else I know in the world knows how to do this, Dave. This is if you buy the yearly. I'm going to give you the videos to my live event. So this was at Heathrow in December, where this guy spoke, and he gives knowledge bombs. In fact, if you were at my live event, as I know some of you would be, let me know. Nice blackbird. I know I've got a bird box on the outside of my man cave. I love it. I don't know if it's a blackbird or what it is. Small little birds. So yeah, I have them. There's tons of them around here. So yeah, completely forgot the chain of what I was saying. The only place you can see this guy was on my live event. Okay, now the only place you can see him. I didn't even give it away in the other things. Okay, I gave it. This is the only place I'm giving away that portion of the training. All right, and that's if you buy the yearly, and if you buy the yearly or the monthly. We've done a group training with him. His name's Kevin. This is the guy that the big email marketers go for advice. Okay, this is the guy I go to for advice. In fact, I spoke to him today. I spoke to him yesterday. Fantastic guy. And, you know, he's going to make himself available to you. I asked because between him and probably Neil, they're the two best people I know at Deliverability. Okay, they've sent plenty of emails. You can see I send more emails. Yeah, they've got SMS on there as well, and I'm going to use that. And my plan is to use that. I send more emails than pretty much most people, I'd say. But I never look at what can I do to improve deliverability. I look at what I done yesterday. Can I beat it? If I didn't, I get on the phone to Kevin and we try and work it out. Okay, and that this guy, in fact, I don't know if Howie's watching. Not sure if Howie's watching, but even Howie, this one of the internet marketers I've got tons of respect on. I brought Kevin into our VIP group to answer questions, and he blew Howie's head off, and that kind of made me feel good because you think these people, you know, advanced emailers and all this stuff, but Kevin came in and blew everyone's head off. And even now, when I speak to him, he blows my head off because he's done it for so long, and it's literally all he's done since email's been in. So yeah, awesome guys. Watch party. All asking for the link. If my team are watching, guys, if I know we've shared this in a few places. Yeah, and we've got that shared in a few places. If you want the link, message me. Okay, it's the best way of me getting it to you before the time runs out. Awesome. Any more questions? We've got 30 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sit here for 30 minutes. When I try the link spinning, David, I will send you a different link, mate. Okay, it's because we put I'll just send you a different link, one that doesn't do that. Message me, guys, if you haven't got a link. You've got under 30 minutes to grab this. Where David Ellis? Let me send that. Anyone else with any trouble? Kevin is the main man. There you go. Ant was at the live event. And yeah, he was the main man. He still is. Amazing. Dave, I'm just going to send this to you, mate. Dave, if you can message me, mate, because I've got so many Dave Ellis's on. Well, I'm just going to make sure everyone's got the link. If you're in the watch party, don't know how we got a watch party. The links are in there. Awesome. We've got everyone a link. Do you mean the 197 wire? Is that what you mean? If the buy buttons or anything don't work, you need to let me know. I'm going to get on to them. Because obviously what I'm getting at that price, it's crazy price. It seems to be working for me. Wow. Seems to be. If you have any problems buying with the buttons or links or anything, let me know, guys, because if you're in Traffic Dominators, and this is speaking directly to you guys now, cheers, Mike. See you soon. You need to get this. Okay, if you can't afford the yearly, get the monthly. Okay, because for $37 for up to 25k, it's going to save a ton of money. It's going to save you an absolute ton of money. I wish I'd have got on it, but I can only move parts of my business to it now. That's the way it goes. Otherwise, I'd have saved a lot of money. You got 28 minutes to save that money, guys. Hopefully, everyone's got the link that they need. Oh, playing the music. If you have a look on their site, guys, and you've got the link, scroll down, you'll see the price comparisons. It just seems bonkers that I went with, you know, Aweber, for example. I have got Aweber. MailChimp, I used to have massive MailChimp accounts when I've done e-commerce. I can't even remember how much mine was, but it was a ton. If you do an MMO biz op, like Neil said, they're going to look after you. Okay, as long as you don't do stupid things like a churn and burn solo ad vendor, As long as you don't do stupid things, they welcome you. Okay. Whereas a lot of the other companies, as soon as they know you do weight loss or you know, a niche they don't like, they will literally ban you without working with you. These guys know what goes on in this industry because that's what they do. That's the bonus of using this software. I don't have to say, you know, what we do, and they're like, well, we don't like your entire industry, even though they don't know anything about you. Well, I'm just going to check in the group. Joy, yes, I do believe there is an affiliate program as well. You'll have to check with Neil. Yeah, everyone. Richard, got in late. Can you go over the price and please and send the link? I'm now sending you the link, mate. The pricing, okay. If you go to that link I just sent you, scroll down to near the bottom. They do a comparison chart, okay. So 25,000 subscribers is the number of subscribers you can have. For the newbie, that's enough to last quite a while. $37 a month or $297 a year. Against active campaign, that saves $3,800, which is insane. I don't know how they do it so cheap. They probably aren't making much money, but this is their launch period, you see. This is why they're doing it. This is their launch period. I think they launched this version. Okay, so before it was a credit-based system, and now they've gone on to monthly subscribers because that's what most people want. When you pay for credits, it kind of confuses you a bit. When you pay for monthly subscribers, you know you can go up to 25,000 and you can send whatever you want. And again, you need to be sending, guys. Anyone inside Traffic Dominators, the biggest mistake I see people do is not email their list. So make sure you're always doing that. So if you're not sure, who was I was then speaking to? If you're not sure, Richard, if you're not sure, I would buy it. If you're using an autoresponder, I would buy it to tie in that price. Okay? Because it's an insane price, and the price does go up in 20 minutes. Right, guys, I'm going to go across everywhere until we've got any questions. I'm going to check my timeline. Actually, I haven't even checked there. No, all good. Okay. Any more questions or anything, guys? We've got 70-odd people on still. So it either means you've got more questions, you're not sure if you need this, you're not sure why you need it. You may not think it's for you. Let's have a look in there. We've shared it in so many places. Again, I know we've got this shared in some solo ads, our own solo ad groups, for example. So if you haven't got the link, let me know, message me, and I'll get it across to you. Okay. Awesome. Just make sure I got back to all the messages. Okay, so you've got 20 minutes. Got to get it for you. Yeah, you have, Anthony. The money saving alone is worth it. So remember, when you come in, thanks, Lonnie. We'll see you inside the group. And anyone, if you're not in Traffic Dominators group, join us. We've got massive things coming where you will need a list. Okay, like I tell everyone all the time, no matter what you do, no matter what niche you are in, you make list building the cornerstone of everything you do. Okay, I'm a firm believer in that. The way to think of it, the way I tell people to think of it is, it's like having traffic on demand. Okay, and for this price, that's even more insane. It's the most cost-effective way to have your own traffic. If you went to Google and I paid for traffic, you could be paying $1, $2 per click for every click that comes in. Neil's not Pauline, but if you can reach out to him on his support ticket system, or you can ask me. I may know the answer. I don't know necessarily about the pricing of his system and everything, but I know email fairly well. Again, I didn't think when Neil came on and said he sent 300,000 emails, I thought that was like his list size. I'd probably send a bit more than that in his system. So, the deliverability is good. Okay, but remember, the deliverability is what you make it. Okay, you've got to remember that. If you're moving away from GetResponse, I mean, their deliverability is not fantastic all the time. You'll be looking to improve it pretty quickly. Okay, because of that, just because their IP pool, some of them are really rubbish. Okay, these guys, they show you, I know it was a bit confusing, but they show you how they deal with the IP pools, how they make sure you get the best deliverability from their side, and then it's down to you to make sure it works. You're going to have all the training you need to make sure you've got deliverability. So you can take that question out. That question of what do I need to do to improve deliverability, you'll be doing everything. Okay, and this is really why I got these on, because it's a big subject. But don't let it confuse you. If you're new, don't let it confuse you and put you off. Okay, never let it confuse you and put you off, because once you start list building, it's the best thing you can do. Okay, for me, it's been absolutely amazing. I know I've got people joining us late. I've already, well done, Hasnain. I think that's how you pronounce your name. And that's the thing, guys, because this has been, it was in the credit format, a lot of email marketers have already got this. Okay, a lot of marketers have already got this. Well done, David. So I can see we've got a fair few people bought the yearly, which is fantastic. So I will be contacting. I'm just going to make sure I got your email addresses. I can see your names. I'm going to make sure I contact. I think I know just about everyone who's bought the yearly. If you have bought the yearly, message me. I've got your names. I should have your email addresses in that system. I'm going to get you the videos and probably get the videos to you on Tuesday, Wednesday. And we're going to get you the live training as well. Okay, because I don't want to give you the videos. You look at the videos and you get really confused. I want you to use the system, understanding their scoring system. So they give you a scoring system, so you know you're going in the right direction to improve your deliverability. Know you're doing that, and then I want to give you the training to make it better. Okay, not give you everything at once and you get confused. It's about helping you the best we can. Okay, well, if you want to upgrade, mate, just let me know, because, well, you know, you're a emailer anyway, so you know how good a price that this is. Okay, right, one last time, guys. I'm kind of getting hungry and thirsty. Actually, I've got some water there. They've got 20 minutes left, and you'll see the price go up, guys. You've got 20 minutes. There will be a replay. I know some people have jumped on now. There will be a replay, so don't worry if you missed it. The bonuses won't be available if you're on the replay. Okay. If they are, I will tell you, but on the Facebook they won't. I might put this somewhere else. So you'll need to jump on there, but I'll let you know where that is, everyone. Yeah, 19 minutes, guys. Just checking everywhere. I'll get Neil's support later. Yeah, get Neil's support, mate. I've never had a problem with his support. Well, my team never has. I don't actually log in. My team's never had a problem with the support, and I can't see you really having any. As long as you remember, he offers a double guarantee, guys. So if you don't improve your deliverability, he's going to give you the double the money back. Okay, that was his guarantee. You can see it on the sales page. I think that's bonkers. I think that's absolutely crazy. And I did ask him. Okay, I did ask him. I said, so what happens? Because I know emailers. I know good emailers. I know bad emailers, and I know everything in between. I'm like, what happens if someone coming on? They upload a list that they've uploaded into 500 or other autoresponders. It does happen, guys. They email 50 times a day, and they're nasty emails. The guarantee wouldn't apply to them. Okay, no one on this call should be doing that. But if you email twice a day, the good emails, you will be fine. Okay, so you got that double guarantee. Just in his words, don't be a dick. They were his exact words. Right, just checking everywhere, see if there's any more messages. Because I can see loads come through. This is the trouble. We've had about 1,000 messages come across everywhere, so I'm just making sure we got to everyone. I don't know her name. You'll have to speak to Neil. This is my offer only, guys. Okay, when you buy through me, you get the training. Okay, that I'm giving you. Again, you can't get that trained anywhere else because it's my training. I will pay Kevin for his time to train you guys, because when you increase your results, hopefully that means you'll buy more traffic from me if you buy traffic from me, or it means you'll become a better emailer, which means you'll become successful and everything else. Okay, so that's why I'm going OTT to make sure you understand about deliverability. And you will love Kevin. He's such a good guy. There's one place. Wow, we've got 362 comments. Crazy. Right, my team's telling me, guys, that the link's sent to everyone. And then they sent me another message. Ramesh, bless him, it's about 3 a.m. for him, and he set up to send everyone a message to make sure everyone got it. Right, guys, you've got your last few minutes. We've got 51 people on the live still. And I want to make sure that all 51 of you, if you want this, you've got it, okay? Because you will see when that timer changes, Neil will be putting the price up. And again, I didn't know this at the time that he was putting the price up. I thought that would just stay there. 16 minutes you got. Awesome. I may as well stay here for the 16 minutes in case anyone's got any questions, because I've already missed the tea. As you guys know as well, you know I'm loading my food. Awesome. Let's make sure we got back to him. And now this is the thing, guys. And the Mailvio apps for $47. The ones they got are $39, so I'm not sure unless it's one of the upsells. Yeah. So the future, someone's just sent me, someone I've got so much time for, I'm not going to say his name. The future's in your hands, mate. Together, we can do it, okay? But the future's in your hands. And get that ball cooked, call booked. And guys, if you're worried about doing lives, you can see how, like, today has been, you go live for 10 minutes and things go wrong, you just get on with it. Okay, I weren't really up for doing a live tonight, but you know, you have to do it. When you put yourself out and you say, well, I'm going to do a live this time, you have to do it. So if you're worried about doing lives, just get out there and do them. You'll probably never feel like doing them, because sometimes I don't get out there and do them. It's the biggest bit of advice I can get. Oh, clap for NHS in 15 minutes if in the UK. Well, reminded, Joy. I always forget about that. I always sit here and think, what the hell's all that noise? And I look out the door and I see my wife standing at the door and everything. And then I realise after about a minute, I think everyone's just gone crazy. Right, okay, so no worries, Ant. No worries. And guys, I'm going to remind you again, if you're not in the Traffic Dominators group, go to the search bar and search Traffic Dominators. The community, I know most of you are probably in it, but the community we're building there is absolutely fantastic. And it's because of that community I wanted to bring Neil in to do this. Okay, so if you're not in that group, I'm assuming most people are, make sure you go in the group. Once you're inside it, you get to meet people, you network with people in there. There's some fantastic people in there. I've met some very good friends. I've met a lot of people in real life from that group, and you'll see why when you get to know people. Overnight list success, that is a good question. Let me have a look. My main concern, guys, is you take advantage of the yearly or the monthly. Okay, the upsells. And if you've got a 50k list, you get the upsell for that. $149 a month. The other upsells, we'll clap for her, Ant. I'll make sure I'm off here by 8 because that's when this price ends. So I'll be off here by 8 to clap. So I'm just checking the overnight list success. So they got a 47 one-time OLS challenge. It's 14-day live challenge to help you build a seed list. They got the Smart Academy and a one-time 197 for $25,000, 25,000 more contacts, which is insane. If that's one time, so you get 50,000 contacts for 197. I don't even think that's a month. You'll have to check with them. That's crazy. I thought that was 197 a month. Good question, Paulie. Wayne, I'm very new to this group. And guys, message me if you haven't got this. I'm getting loads of messages. Message me if you haven't got it. Just checking. Message me if you haven't got it. You've got 10 minutes to get on this. Wayne, I'm very new to this group in Traffic Nemesis. Is there a training on how to build a list from scratch? Yes, there is, Pauline. If you there's two actually. You go in my group, you'll find a training, Okay, you'll find a free one. But also, if you've bought Mailvio, they've got one as well. Okay. I mean, I like Neil's stuff. I haven't been through his course myself. It's $47, 14-day live challenge. Okay. He obviously wants people to succeed. Okay, because if you succeed, you're going to stay with him forever. That is his aim. Okay, he wants you to have results. He'll stay with you forever. And I do mine because I know my quality of my traffic's good, and you get 100 clicks free. So you can even do both of them if you wanted. It's best just to focus on one, to be honest. But definitely what I would do, Pauline, is get on Mailvio. Okay, get on the 25k package because it's going to save you a ton of money. It's a no-brainer. And when you know what I'm like, guys, when I look at something, I see the live. Thanks, Mike. I just see your message come through. I'll make sure you get the videos and the extra training. Okay, and the extra training on deliverability. You're going to know as much as me about deliverability by the end you've watched these videos, and you've spoken to Kevin, guys, and you've got Neil on your side. So you're going to know as much as me. The rest of it is just down to taking massive action. Everything in business is down to taking massive action. I'm just going to ask my team, because they know I'm just kind of making sure everyone get it. We've got 10 minutes left, team. If you can make sure anyone asks for the link, they get it, because they haven't got long to purchase. So I want to make sure. I absolutely want to make sure everyone's got it. You literally got 10 minutes, guys. I'm getting messages. Yeah, Mike. I've got so many messages. Awesome. I bought the monthly. Well done, Marbecca. Awesome to see. That's a good. I know you're right at the beginning of your journey, Marbecca, so that's a good choice, because as you grow your list, you find a lot of them get you in with a low monthly front end. And then what they do is, as you get bigger, by the time you're at 25k, some of them you can be paying $300 a month. You're just going to be paying $39 a month. So it's a good choice to get in at that level. And obviously, what I'm hoping happens over time is we get Neil into the group, I get Kevin into the group. But at least by doing this, you've shown you're serious as well, which is the big thing. By showing you're serious means you'll listen to everything that these guys say. Because as you saw, Neil was talking. I understood it all because I've been in the game a long while, but I'm just thinking, man, some people must be looking at this like it's an alien language, because that's how everything is when you start. But you've got Neil on your side. Okay, that's the main thing. You've got his experience. He's got a deliverability manager, which says a lot. Okay, so he's got someone whose only job is to look after your deliverability. It's his only job, which is insane. You've got the support of the team. You'll have my support. Oh, well done, Wa. Dominic, I'm not sure on that, mate. Well done, Anna. Dominic, I'm not sure. If you get the monthly now, will you still get the 197 deal if you upgrade shortly after? I don't know. I would get, if you've got close to a 50k list, or 20, if you're approaching 25k, I'd get it to be sure. Yeah, I'd definitely get it. Definitely get it. Okay, guys. And I'm only staying on, guys, to make sure you get the price. That's why I'm not saying much. I don't know how long we've got left. Hopefully he hasn't put the price up, so I've lost the page. I don't think he has. Find the page. If the price has gone up, you've got 10 minutes left, guys, so I'll make sure he honors it. 8 minutes. 8 minutes left. 8 minutes, 12 seconds. So you need to get on, guys. And then I'm off as well, because I want to see the kids. Ruhan, well done, mate. Looking forward to increasing my skills in this area. Yeah, Ruhan, I think you've met Kevin as well. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely, he's probably watching this actually in secret. 7 mins left, so you need to jump on, guys. the offer will go. I'm not in charge of the offer. That's Neil's page. And I'm actually going to refresh it to make sure it goes up as well. Awesome. Any more questions, guys? I'm going to make sure one more time. I feel, you know, I just want to make sure everyone get this offer. If you email after me afterwards, guys, got on light. Yeah, Richard, make sure you get that, mate. Oh, gonna make sure you get on the watch party. If you email me after, you won't be able to get that offer because it's not my business. Okay, I know some people for some reason thought this was going to be my autoresponder. Yeah, pub tomorrow, maybe. Make sure you're there, Carsten. When these guys launched, I was in the middle of building my own autoresponder. I just paid $3,000 for development. These guys launched their first version of this, and I just thought, you know what, this is so much work that, and they've launched, we're just going to stop it. Okay, so it's a lot of work to do an autoresponder, a lot of work. Jeannie, I'll check for you 1 second. I want to make sure I get to everyone. I don't think it did, Jeannie. So I can't see your name. No, Jeannie, it didn't. Yeah. So make sure you get it, Jeannie. You've got 5-6 minutes. So you need to get in. Well done, Pauline. And the thing is, $39 will take you to 25,000 subscribers. Okay, so once your skills get better, just arrived. What is your bonus? My bonus is I did a live event, and you've got 6 minutes to take this, John. I did a live event in December with one of the best deliverability experts in the world. All the big guys use. He stood on stage for me for 6 hours, okay, teaching this stuff, including how to put the buy, or the part he showed us all was how to put the buy button on the subject line. Okay, this guy's insane. He's absolutely crazy at what he can do. He lives and breathes email. You get all the videos for that, and you get a coaching session with him. Okay, to give you an idea, he charges people. The first time I met him, he'll tell you this as well on the lives. I think it's $1,000 an hour thinking time, $500 an hour doing time, or the other way around. I can't remember. He'll tell you that. And that was the first time I met him. Pretty much this first conversation I had with, oh, you do this, and that's something I always wanted to do, which was have my own servers. Okay, which is basically what you get here, guys. Okay, it's kind of like getting much more managed servers and you don't have to worry about doing all the servery stuff. So if you wanted your own autoresponder or you're self-hosted, this is one way of doing it, which is awesome. I'll pass it to you, John. I will just pass it in there. And you've literally, at this price, John, you won't see this price again, mate, so I need to make sure I get it to you. You've got 5 minutes left, guys. And then you'll hear everyone clapping for the NHS when I finish. It's just below your link, mate. Next step, Pauline. If you're not in Traffic Dominators, make sure you're in there. Get your 100 free clicks, get started, and let's see you smash it. Oh, Derek, I just put the link in. Make sure you get in, mate. You need to get that, Derek. Jack, thanks for reminding. Just put it in. I'm just trying to make sure I get everywhere. And again, this isn't my offer. This is my thing. I was just lucky that we fell in time. Yeah, Derek, I can't hold the price for you, mate. I would, you know me, if that was my offer, I'd hold the price for you. Yeah, but I can't, unfortunately. I wish I could. I would. If that was my product, I would. And I'm sure, you know, if I said to Neil, someone's driving, he would as well, but he's not here. Boom, I'm a traffic dominator. Love it. One day we will do some T-shirts. I'll send you a T-shirt, Pauline. Painful. If you do it twice, it will get refunded, Jeannie. Okay, I can tell you, I can see all the sales that come through, and I can tell you it's not come through. So we'll do it now, because it's 3 minutes. You need to do it now, and I'll make sure you refund it. I'll follow it through. And Derek, I'm going to do the same. Actually, I was going to say buy it, but you're driving. In fact, if you buy twice, okay. Right, we've got 2 minutes, guys, so you need to jump on it. I really want everyone to get this price before it goes up, and I want to be here to refresh it. How do you know if it went through? Don't want to miss out. If it went through, you'd have got an email and everything. Okay, but Jeannie, don't miss out on the price. I'm looking here and I can't see your name. If it went through twice, I will follow it through and get it refunded for you. So buy it, because I'm 99% sure it didn't. Okay, because I get a notification of each sale. So I'm making sure, and I can't see you. Let me check again. Well, you got 2 minutes, guys. So if you are in the process of paying, make sure you get it. I think I can hear people clap already. Okay, 1 minute left, guys. Please make sure you got it if you want to get it. Jeannie, just buy it again. Payment process is spinning. Fidel, I don't know what I can do here, mate, because it's not my payment processor. If you have any problems paying, you got an email. You will get an email when you purchase, Jeannie. He might, because I think he's updating it manually, so you might be delayed if you missed it, but you need to get on it. Jeannie, just buy it, and I'll even PayPal you the money if it's there twice. And when you get a refund, you can pay it back to me, because I really think you should get on it. Oh, you can hear all the horns go off for NHS. Brilliant. I think got 3 of my family will be out soon clapping. Fidel, I'm going to send you another link, mate, to see if that works. Anyone have any problems paying or anything, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Okay, I can't promise anything, just not my offer. I can see what I can do. And any questions, so if you buy an upsell, I'd buy it now. I mean, if I could back it up, I would, but it's not my offer. Hey, everyone. My family's out. Hey. That's a big air horn. Okay, guys. 1 second. I think it stopped. If you check it, the price should have gone up. I'm checking it now. The price is still low, so you can still get it, but you need to get quick. Okay, so I know we've manually changing this. Right, okay, guys. If there's no more questions, we're going to call it a day. I missed out on, I can hear my daughter shouting. Pulled over. Okay, pulled over and got it up. Upsell button wasn't working. If the upsell button won't work, and tell me, and I'll put it forward. Tell me personally, okay? Message me. Make sure the team. Yeah, any problem? So it looks like maybe I don't know, they got a lot of traffic going there or whatever, but it looks like a lot of people couldn't pay the final amounts. If you have any problems, I will see what I can do. There's one denied. That may be you, Ginny, so I'll try again. Maybe, I don't know. I can't see the name on the denied one. Okay, guys, thanks very much, everyone, for attending. I'm pretty sure the price, I'm going to check. If it isn't changed, he is changing it. Okay. If you're still lucky enough to get in, get in. If you're probably Tuesday is when we're going to have the live training with Kevin. Okay. You're going to absolutely love this. He will sit there as long as it takes. He absolutely loves helping people. Okay. It's one thing you'll soon realize about Kevin. He loves helping people, especially when he's paid. So he'll sit there and help as many people as possible to learn even more about deliverability. Rewatch this recording, okay, if you wonder how to improve deliverability or what autoresponders do and things, and really brush up on these skills. Join the group, okay, where we've got loads of free training. Any payment problems, message me or email me, wayne@trafficdomination.rocks, okay. Message me on my Facebook is best, because I will see them now, because my staff have gone to bed or they're off work now. So I'll see those with any payment problems. If you missed it because there was a payment problem, then I will try and get it sorted. If you missed an upsell because of a payment problem, I will try and get it sorted. I can't promise, because it's not my offer. All right, and Fidel, yeah, well done, Morris. And Fidel, let me know you purchased it, mate, because if you can't, you know, if it's spinning, then I might be able to bend his arm a bit, but it's down to him, it's not down to me. Awesome. Well done, everyone who got in. I think you're going to be happy with your decision to join them, because I've been with them, like say, a few months. They've never done anything even like what you see sometimes with the other autoresponders. There will be a replay. The price is obviously going to go up, I think. You know, that was just down to time, and I didn't even know the price was going to go up. We were lucky we done this live when the price was there. And the bonuses, and I'll see how many people get signed up for the lives, but I really wanted 10 people, and I think we've got more than that, so I'll have to speak to Kevin, see if he can offer his bonus. And I didn't really want to share the videos because he uses them in his products, okay, because it's really good training. So thanks very much for attending, guys. Hopefully you really enjoyed it. Even if you didn't jump on, you learned something on this, because it's always about learning. Always come with a notepad and pen. Never miss the lives, because there's always something you'll learn on lives, a question you can ask, or anything. And again, any problems, reach out to me. If you have problems with payment or anything like that, getting things set up, that's what we're here for. Okay, we're always here to help. Obviously, sometimes my staff are really busy. We installed a new support ticket system, and I think one day we got about 800 emails. But that 800 emails were because of all the emails we get which are not related to business. So we were trying to sift through all them and put it behind, but we're bang on top now. And I don't think one of my staff has told me the price didn't go up. Okay, so if you're quick, you can still get on. The price should go up. All right. Awesome. Okay, no more questions, guys. Any more questions, stick them in the comments. My team will get back to you. Probably going to do that now quickly, and just to make sure if the price hasn't gone up, you can still get in. Have a fantastic evening, guys, and stay safe, and I'll speak to you inside the group, where I look forward to greeting any new members. Take care. Bye. Bye-bye.